This recipe is inspired by the hand pies of Jollibee fast food. As a kid, I would order it as a merienda or dessert, and as a vegan, I missed it, and I thought, why not make a vegan version? So let's get started. It just makes it easier if you have a food processor. By all means, you can use your hands and maybe just use fork or knives to cut the to make crumbles out of the flour and the vegan butter. But like I said, it's much easier if you already have a food processor. Just like with any pies, it's great if your ingredients are cold. I'm gonna put 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. We're gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt, 2 tablespoons of washed sugar. In the US, white sugar is not vegan, so you can just go with organic sugar. Pulse for a few seconds, so at least the salt and sugar will be evenly distributed. Okay, that's enough. Then we're gonna add our vegan butter. So it's better if you use a type of vegan butter that's not the soft kind, but the hard butter. So if you cannot find those, then you can use vegan shortening. And this is about a cup of cubed vegan hard butter. Add a little bit of water, ice cold water. How do you know when it is done? It should have crumbs, good crumbs, but at the same time, if you pinch, they stick together. It's not just for this recipe. You can make buko pie with this. You can make any kind of pie actually with this recipe for the pie crust. It can be quite tricky if your kitchen is humid. So here in the Philippines, that can be a problem. So this is why it's important to put them in the fridge right before you're going to use the ingredients. Just using your hands, just put them together. And then we're gonna need a rolling pin. And you can use a plastic wrap or a silicone bag to put this and store this in the fridge. You can also put this in the freezer, although it will take a little bit of time to thaw. Alright, I have a silicone bag here. Just gonna put this inside and refrigerate for more than 1 hour. At least 1 hour. 2 overnight to even 3 days. So let's just say that you're waiting for your dough to to do its thing in the fridge. Then you can also just in the meantime make the filling. We're gonna mix our fruits. So this is canned peaches because here in the Philippines, fresh peaches can be hard to find. So I just resorted to canned peaches and syrup, and then I chop them into chunks. The yellow mangoes also cut into chunks. So this is before turning on the stove. Then you add just a pinch of sea salt. Okay, and then we put 2 kinds of sugar so that there's kind of like, more depth to the sweetness. So we have 1/4 cup of regular sugar, and then we put brown sugar. So like I said, in the US, brown sugar, white sugar are not vegan, but you can resort to the organic ones, and those are vegan. So this is 1/4 cup as well. A dash of cinnamon. I love the addition of cinnamon, even though it's not really typically in the Jollibee fast food version. I think it's just, it goes so well with the flavors of the mangoes and the peaches. A few drops of vanilla extract, and then it's just regular old cornstarch mixed in equal amount of water. So this is what you call a slurry. So this is a cornstarch slurry. I have to mix it again before adding because the solid form, the powder or the starch, settled on the bottom of your container. Alright, and that's pretty much it. And then I turn on the stove. There, as you can see, it's getting thicker and thicker. And what's nice about this is that your kitchen will also smell divine. So it's like 2 in 1. You have your pie and your kitchen also will just smell so good. Now, depending on the freshness and the sweetness of your fruits, you may want to add more sugar. This is just a starting point with a 1/4 cup each. So as soon as you see that it looks more like a paste now, then you can stop. You're gonna want to wait until this filling has cooled down before you mix this with the dough. And it's time to roll our dough. So you can shape this however you'd like. You can shape this into a rectangle or like an empanada style. And then you're gonna scoop about 2 tablespoons of your filling and put them right just below the center. You don't want to put a lot of filling because it's gonna puncture and tear. Fold down and sort of gently pat. Remove the excess, but leave a little bit of what you have patted down so you can seal. And just using a fork, you're gonna seal it further to crimp it down. So not too hard, just a gentle pressure. Practice makes perfect, and if you have to do this multiple times, I'm sure that by the second or by the third time, you'll get the hang of it. In true Filipino fashion, we're gonna enjoy our hand pies just like Jollibee style, and that is deep fried. But if you are looking for a healthier alternative, you can definitely bake this in the oven for about 30 minutes under 375 degrees. And after some frying, as long as they are golden brown like so, you are done. So it can take some time, and it also will be a little bit of trial and error, but the important part is that your kitchen must be the right temperature. So cannot be too hot, otherwise your pie crust will be hard to work with, or your dough will be hard to work with. So make sure that your ingredients are cold and then cook or bake them hot. And this is our vegan peach mango pie inspired by the Jollibee fast food version. Well, I hope you enjoyed this recipe, this dish. I hope you try this at home and let me know how it goes. This is really such a great snack, merienda, party food for special occasions to share with family or friends, or just a special treat for yourself. Nice and crunchy. So good.